What's up, guys? Titan Nation. We have a special guest today. Special tribute to Matt Neely. We have Matt's sister, Mary. There's Mary.
Hello.
See. We have Chelsea. We have also Ryan, and we have Graham, Matt's best friends. How you guys doing today?
Doing great. Good. It's Friday.
There you go. You guys have your drinks out. You guys are gonna start drinking. Start early. There we go. Where's Graham? Where are you drinking, Graham? Same thing.
Same thing. I'm pretty consistent with what I.
Yeah, we're pretty consistent with the Bud
what
Light.
I choose.
All right. Again, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for taking some time out of your day to do this. I just wanted to pretty much, it's a tribute because a lot of people, especially when I first started Twitter, I talked to a lot of Titan fans, and I seen a lot of pictures. Matt Neely, the back and it says 69, and I didn't understand at first. I was like, who's Matt Neely? I didn't know at the time, and people always brought him up in conversation, and I actually tried to Google him because I'm like, shit, is this like a Titans football player that I didn't know about? And I was looking it up and stuff. I'm like, who the hell is Matt Neely? Like what? Like, and then someone told me about it, and I was like, oh, definitely. Like, man, talk about a super fan. I mean, he's like the plateau of like all super fans. If I mean, you could have as much gear as you want, like me, but he was the top of the food chain and stuff. And again, I just wanted to talk about him. So just for people who don't know him or just didn't know his background or any of the stories, just a nice video just to talk about him. I think that would be really nice. So first person I'm going to ask is Chelsea. Chelsea, sorry to put you on the spot again.
Oh, you're good.
Where'd you meet Matt? Let's go with that. Nice and easy.
So, me and Mary, his sister, went to high school together. So I met Matt in high school at his parents' house. We would always go over there, and then he went to college, and we were still in high school. So then in college, he went to Chattanooga. So I would always kind of go to Chattanooga because I had friends who also went to school there.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in town for the weekend, I would always text him, and we would always hang out, and then we started dating.
Oh.
So that's how I know him.
Oh, nice. Did you made the first move? You hit on him first or no?
Absolutely not. He definitely made the first move.
No.
Gotcha. What about you?
So all of us went to high school together. So we
Gotcha.
all went to Siegel and Murfreesboro.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I've known Matt since middle school and high school. College, both Graham and I, we went to MTSU in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
And then Matt went to Chattanooga. He went to MTSU for a couple years, and he went to Chattanooga. So for those years, we kind of were like, apart. But I mean, we'd go visit Matt quite often. And then he came back after college, and then the rest of that happened.
What was he studying? Was it anything what he had to do with?
He graduated with a degree in family studies or
Yeah.
early childhood education or something like that. There's something
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
totally unrelated. Yeah, allegedly. We've never actually seen.
No documents.
Yeah.
But he swears he got it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
he claimed he
I mean, at one point he was working at a zip line course.
had
yeah.
And then,
Ruby Falls.
yeah, Ruby Falls. He was working at a zip line course there. And then, what else did he do up there?
He worked at Philo.
He worked for Price Waiter. I mean, he worked for like some apps when he first graduated. Nothing with early childhood development, though.
Yeah, he did a startup company that focused on ad revenue and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he kind of got his start. That's kind of like where he started doing like more of like the internet side of things that I think he finally like kind of got his group of doing, what he was doing.
I like to think it started with Zebo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he was.
I like to think it was his vines.
His vines for sure took him off.
Yeah.
The laughing dog, Zeba.
Do you remember Vine?
Yes, I remember, but I don't know about Zebo. What's Zebo?
Zebo was Matt's dog, and
Oh,
he could laugh. So Matt had a viral
Yeah,
Vine
he did.
when he lived in Chattanooga of Zebo laughing. You can Google it, I think.
Yeah, you can just Google like laughing dog,
Yeah.
and like it's like the first thing that pops up. But it's Matt, and it got like millions.
Yeah, it was viral. And I think that's really off.
That really got him started.
Yeah, because Kendall Jenner retweeted him, and he thought he was hot shit. He thought he was going to start dating her.
Yes, he did.
Though. I mean, it was a good Vine. I mean, to this day, if I go look at it, it gives me a laugh, man.
It's good.
I mean, that's cool. Kylie Jenner retweeting stuff. There you go.
Kendall, not Kylie.
I think that he put that on his resume, though. I think he put viral Vine.
How was he? You know, how was he? How was his personality? He seemed like when you hear him, I saw some videos. He seemed like just like an outgoing person, always like laughing and having fun.
Absolutely, he was the funniest person that I've ever known.
He would steal the show for sure.
Yeah.
He was always on. I mean, always on. He was so quick to come up with something funny, and it was just hilarious. And it was never a time when he wasn't on. Even when like everyone was sad about something, that was how he dealt with things, was being hilarious, which he
Always
was.
crack a joke at any point.
Any point, and like she said, he was always on.
Always, yeah.
I've got the best laughs, and I've never laughed harder than with him. I mean, the moments that I've had that I did were the funniest moments I've ever had in my life. I can still think back at them, and like that was the funniest I've ever. Or that's the hardest I've ever laughed, was with him. Yeah, and it's just, and a lot of it was just little things that like you didn't, you know,
off the wall comments,
off the wall stuff
that come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
just catch you off guard.
Well, so one of the things, everyone sees it on the internet and stuff. You know, I see on Twitter, it's, Matt Neely and then the number 69. Apparently 69 was his favorite number. So you can where his humor comes in. So what was it, kind of just like a sexual thing, or was it just something where it was just like he just thought it was just the funniest shit, so he kind of went off with that?
I always look at it like his kind of character was kind of like Gronk almost, and so he kind of adopted that image and just rolled with it.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't. The 69 didn't like have a specific origin.
I don't think it was anything sexual. I think it was just simply funny.
Mm-hmm. I think he thought like how immature it was, because it's immature. But I think he thought that was like funny.
Yeah.
Playing off of.
I mean, yeah.
Because looking at it, you would just be like, "Oh, this guy's so immature." But I think he was kind of playing off of like how immature. He just thought that was so funny. So yeah, any 69. You get it immediately.
I mean, people told me, I had people saying like, yeah, he would tweet out things like he would be, like the weather would be 69. He would take a picture of it and he put like nice or something like that.
I don't know. I still have my text messages saved with him, and I don't know how many. I've gone through the photos, and I don't know how many of them that I have that he like either sent me a photo of like he was on a trip driving somewhere, and he was like, "Hey, I have 69 miles left," and like I laugh now that like me and her in the car, and we like will be driving, and like we're getting 69 miles left. I'm like, hey, we're at 69 miles left, and I'll start laughing.
The 69 legacy lives on, because I still do that too. Every time I see a 69, I'm like, nice.
That's
it's
awesome.
Everywhere.
I know he's wherever he is, he's doing the same things. Still saying nice at every 69.
Nice.
But I think it was just that immature humor that he had, and that's what made him so funny to me personally, and a lot of other people for sure.
One time we were coming back from Indianapolis after going to a Sunday game there. It was one of our road trips we took. And I was taking a nap in the front seat, and he woke me up to show me. Look at this. It was straight on 69 cruise control. I was like, oh, cool, man. Thanks. I'm going back to sleep now.
That's funny.
That's just who he was, though.
That's just how he was. That's awesome, man. Again, he was a huge Titan fan, right? He was one of the biggest Titan fans. He was almost, you can say, like a super fan. How was he on game days? Because again, people told me stories about what he used to do, like pregame and stuff. And I just Just wanna.
What have you heard story-wise?
So I heard that he liked to shotgun the 9 beers for Steve McNair. That was one of the famous
Steve
ones.
McNair challenge.
Yep. So he would do that quite often.
Yeah.
He would do that. I mean, there was a lot of. I mean, I've seen
a lot of shotgunning was what the focus was. He never hit that 9 mark. The 9 mark was never reached.
No.
He would drink 9 maybe.
No, he would drink 9.
At least.
But shotgun was most definitely probably one of the top priorities.
Absolutely.
Always gather everyone up in a circle.
He also had a weird thing for pouring beer on himself. As well.
Yeah, not just. I mean, just pouring things on himself. Remember the coning? Y'all remember that coning phase?
Oh yeah.
That was like his. He just was thriving during that time.
So he liked to pour stuff on him. So towards the end of the.
He did thrive pouring beer on himself though.
He did, yeah, for sure.
And usually he was wearing a jersey. One of our friends that lives in Pennsylvania, who's also a huge diehard Super Titans fan, who we all ended up meeting through Matt. Matt sent him his Steve McNair jersey, and our friend Dan said when he opened it, it smelled so bad because of all the beer that was like just consumed on it or got poured on it. He was like, we had to take it to the dry cleaner. It was so bad because it just. I'm the same way. I don't wash my jerseys, but Matt would never wash those jerseys, especially his '69 jersey, his McNair jerseys. Like those were. I mean, that's just how he was. Those
He
were his
would
pregame
never
rituals.
wash the jersey.
Never.
It was bad luck. So his jerseys, the first day he wore them until the last, they were never washed, not once.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I don't even think I wash my jerseys, to be honest with you. I realized that I don't.
Another story about that. We were taking a road trip up to Pittsburgh to see the Thursday night game back in 2017, I think. He made a stop at the PA state line, and he got out in his 69 Knights jersey, and he poured beer all over himself. And it's winter. It's like November or December or something, and it's a cold as hell in Pennsylvania. And he's just out there pouring beer on himself as we're entering the state.
That's.
Yeah, I mean, he had those pregame rituals were, fun. I mean, he started early, and they were the same. You got used to them. They were just fun.
That's funny. Pouring beer. I poured beer one time, and it was so sticky and it wasn't even on purpose. They did it to me, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. But that's
I've done it as well. Matt just didn't give a fuck.
I see that. Yeah. So, when the Titans honored, because I had Lance Smith on the show, and he talked about Matt as well, and he was saying, I think someone brought up in the conversation, hey, what was one of the, the coolest moments, as you being an in-game host that you witnessed? And he brought up the 12th man, that they honored Matt Neely as 12th man. Now, Chelsea, how was that? If you could kind of go, play by play, what they kind of explained it to you before the game, or
yeah,
got some stories about this.
So at Matt's service, Taylor and Nate came up to me and Mary and the family and let us know that we were going to be the 12th man for the Jaguars game, and Matt fucking hated the Jags. So it was a pretty come to moment. It was amazing. And then I remember just the day of, it was just so surreal, watching everyone, people already had jerseys made for him, and they had the signs, people were coming up to us and just talking about Matt. I mean, it was just a surreal moment how many people that he actually touched that I didn't know about, and that came with stories that he changed their lives. I mean, it was just such a surreal moment, and for the Titans to do that, it was amazing because he loved the Titans. And it just came full circle. It was really great.
What do you think, Mary? Do you have the same answer, or do you have something different?
Yeah, mine's pretty much the same. I mean, I will say that myself, my mom, and Chelsea all were very shocked with how many people responded after he passed away. Because, Matt was always telling us, you guys know I'm famous. And we were like, okay, Matt, you're famous on Twitter. But then whenever this all happened, I remember my mom being like, he was famous. We had no idea. So I'm sure he was probably getting a good laugh out of that. But it was cool. I mean, because I wasn't really aware of how many people he had impacted. So it was really cool to just kind of see him be honored in that way, and by people who really didn't have never met him in person and things like that. It was really cool.
I mean, he had a really, really big impact. I mean, again, I can scroll through Twitter right now and show you a bunch of Matt Neely pictures, just a bunch of them, and it's just people, and just, again, there was that's how I talked to Chelsea, was the 6'9", and they made that, like Matt Neely Day, and I thought that was really, really cool and really nice. And that's where I kind of started talking to Chelsea and stuff. I'm like, you know what, this would be really nice to make a kind of like a tribute, video for him.
Great.
So
I mean, it's crazy how many people still reach out to me on a daily basis, like
really?
talking about him and like just reminiscing on the memories they have with him. Like, it's crazy. I mean, it keeps his spirit alive in ways that like we didn't really realize, I guess.
So we could say that Matt's favorite player was Steve McNair, I'm assuming, or it was someone else. I mean,
Gotta be, yeah.
Steve McNair.
Absolutely.
You should have seen this kid in high school. Steve McNair came to our lunchroom, our cafeteria, and he did autographs there. And I still have the napkin at home. He signed one of my napkins. I still have it at home. He probably has one, but Matt fucking cherished that moment. I mean, you ask him anything about Steve McNair, he's like, he will tell right off the bat. He'd tell you about Steve McNair coming to Steve's cafeteria.
Yeah.
I think he still had that long, goofy hair. Do y'all remember that yearbook?
Yeah, he did. He had like long, shaggy, like almost like a bowl cut.
Oh, like the flippy hair.
Yeah, he like almost like a bowl
But
cut,
it was
but
like,
not. Yeah.
Matt loved his hair always.
Oh yeah.
He always loved his hair. But yeah, he would put the hats on and like flip their hair like the Bieber style.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Like, yeah, the
He
Beatles.
fucking loved him. And I mean, why not?
He did love his hair. I mean, he was proud of his hair, I think.
I mean, he has nice hair. I mean, you can't hate on someone who likes their hair and has nice hair.
He spent more time
Oh
doing
no,
his
no,
hair than
that guy after a haircut, man.
God.
On my first day of high school, I was really nervous. That Mary, we're a good hair family. So that was what he did to make me feel better.
And then used like all of my hairspray and hair products.
Chelsea, did he take longer getting dressed, fixing his hair than you?
Yes.
His showers were an hour and a half minimum. I don't know what the hell he was
Every
doing.
ounce of hot water.
Yeah, and then
Gone.
Every ounce.
And then he would like do like my skincare regimen. He would do his hair. Like he would iron his clothes. Like he was on some shit with the getting ready.
And every time he'd get out, and he would just compliment himself on his hair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, every time. Look at this.
He did the hair flip, because I seen it in some pictures. He had long hair.
He did the hair. It was just that was just him though, and it always made you laugh though. You're like, okay, you son of a bitch, like just take it easy.
Yeah. So when he first, how did he get on? Because again, a lot of people know him because he was like the Twitter king. I mean, he was always on it. How did you guys take it when he first started and stuff? I know you said already that he was saying he was Twitter famous, this and that, and you guys kind of like, oh, okay. How did you guys take to that once you kind of started that he started getting some steam and started getting some people looking at him? Anyone can jump in.
Yeah, I mean, he was so creative. Like he would like come up with the memes. But I guess at the end of the day, I didn't realize how much steam he had. Like I realized like the impact and like what he was doing. He was making memes. Like people were responding, but I didn't realize how big Twitter was and how big he was at it.
Mm-hmm. And sorry about that. Go ahead.
For me, I understood what he did because I understood Twitter and Reddit, and like he was killing it on Titans Reddit. Oh my god! Like he was a god on that Reddit, and to be a god on Reddit, like you're a very unknown person, so you're just like this little like just a username almost, and like nobody can put a face to that. And I would tell him, I'd be like, dude, these memes are very, very good, and they're smart. I mean, I don't know if people remember, he started a meme war with the Detroit Lions on Reddit, and it was, I mean, I think you can go back and look at it. I'd have to figure out how to do it, but he destroyed these people, and they were like, I mean, it's a legendary, some legendary shit on Reddit. And from then on, I told him, I was like, you're very good at this, man. I was like, you have to, I mean, I was like, hone that shit into something good. Like, hone that. I was like, do whatever you can to just keep doing it. Every time he tweeted, I mean, I was following that shit. And, I mean, he'd be with me when he'd be like, hey, look at this before I tweet this. And I'd be like, that's fucking gold, man. Tweet it out. I mean, it was just, he was very, very talented at not only like tweeting humorous stuff, but getting under the skin of other teams. Mm-hmm. Like Jaguars fans. Oh my God. He would get under their skin. What was that? There was a tweet. I'd have to go back. I should have prepared some tweets, man. I'm sorry, I should have, because there was a couple and they were rough, but like they got under people's skin and they were just fucking hated him.
Yeah, Paul Kaharski.
Paul Kaharski, dude.
Oh man.
Easier. I mean, it's not hard to get under Paul Kaharski.
But Matt, he despised Matt. Oh, and it was the greatest thing ever. But he was very good at that. Like, he knew how to pinpoint things on people, you know, via Twitter or via Reddit. Like, he was just very good at that. And he knew how to either do that via a meme, which what he was really good at, or just like having a take that was better than that person. And most of the time his take was hilarious and you never thought of it until he tweeted it. Yeah. And then it was just like, oh my God, that person's done. Yeah, you know? Like, that's just how he was. You can go back. No, you can't.
What do you think, Mary? That's how it was? He was just always...
That sounds pretty accurate. I mean, it's kind of like how he said he was always on. Like, he would just come up with these, like, responses to things that no one else would think of, but they were so funny. He was just kind of a natural at trolling people.
Gotcha.
100%.
Yeah. It's
He's trolling in high school.
I mean, he's been trolling me my whole life, so. I was probably one of the first person he ever trolled.
So there you go.
Besides maybe my mom. Or Tony, my dad. His favorite person to troll.
Yeah, Tony was his favorite person.
Yeah.
So as going into, you know, Twitter and stuff, I know again, people would say that he would make almost like these hype videos for the Titans, right? Is it more or less? It was
for sure.
And a lot of people enjoyed that as well. And I think I don't know if that's how the story goes with how Taylor Lewan got him on the shows with Bussin' with the Boys. You guys kind of fill that in. Like what led to that?
I think it was more of, he did that. And everybody at that point to where Bussin' with the Boys was starting, I think Matt had gained such a reputation on Twitter and Reddit that people knew who he was. And I think, you know, he tweeted out like, hey, I want to be on, you know, I want to be a part of this. And a lot of people backed that up.
He created the hashtag
Hire Matt Neely.
That got
and
circulated.
I think that it drove it. And Taylor and Will, I think, both saw that, and they made the best decision they could by hiring him, and it was the best decision they ever did.
It really was. I saw the Bussin' with the Boys, the Jalen Ramsey, and that was probably one of my favorite episodes and stuff like that.
Oh, Matt fucking hated this guy.
I know.
But when he got there, he was too scared.
He was too scared.
He said, "I just shook his hand."
They gave him an opportunity. They're like, Matt, here's your opportunity. Nope.
Nothing.
He was scared.
I've got a good story about the bus, though. So they had the bus parked at a remote location in Nashville somewhere. I won't tell where it was, but Matt would have to go get that thing and have a tow company tow it in every like Sunday morning at like 4 a.m.
Really?
To get it to the tailgate. So
Doesn't drive.
So yeah, it does not run.
In case you were wondering.
So the one day I go get my hair cut, right? And I go get my hair cut, and I'm like going to my car, and I see this bus, and I'm like, that's that fucking bus. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna call Matt real quick. I called Matt, and he's like, what's up? I'm like, hey, dude, is the bus parked at blah 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 blah? He's like, you son of a bitch. He was like, don't tell anyone. Don't tell a single fucking person. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell anybody, but I was like, you parked that thing here? And he was like, yeah, we park it there. He was like, don't tell anyone, they'll kill me. They will kill me. And I was like, all right, I won't say anything. So that was the best thing that happened to him, 100,000%. And I am so happy that they are now with Barstool and all that stuff. Like, I couldn't be happier for those guys. And I think that's what Matt would have wanted. And that was his dream, was to be that type of podcast, be that caliber of a podcast.
Definitely. And you can tell, like, just how Taylor Lewan and Will Compton are. And then, like, how you were saying about his personality, just sounds like they would just mesh very well, just like that kind of attitude they all have. So.
Oh, they did.
They vibed.
They vibed for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're just nice guys.
You okay, Mary? You still good?
It's starting to rain, but
I was like, I see you look like
I'm under the street. I don't feel any rain yet. I just hear it.
Oh, well, again, I just wanted. Hopefully, once I put this video out, it's I'm not trying to get recognition or anything like that. I just wanted just to honor someone, especially someone who made such an impact on the Titan community, and I saw that no one has. I mean, yeah, they did the MATTNEELY day, talk about it, and put pictures up, but I really wanted to kind of get into knowing the person a little bit better, because again, I didn't know him. I just hear stories and stuff like that. But I want to say thank you guys for joining and sharing, because it's not it takes a lot of balls, especially talking to someone that you don't know, like me, like just random, like, hey, I would like to know, and and just share something so personal and stuff. And,
No, thank you for having us.
No,
Yeah, thank you for doing this.
You're even doing that is speaks volumes.
No, I appreciate it, and like I said, he seemed like a really, really kind, funny person, and I would have loved to known him. He seemed. Maybe pour some beer and maybe not shotgun 9 beers, because I can't do 9. I can't even do 1 beer. I'm kind of a.
I'm not good at shotgunning either.
Yeah,
No,
same, but
I think we're all on the movie shotgun.
But I sometimes try.
I'm a pretty good shot.
Oh, okay. Graham's like, I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty good.
I think Graham's gonna shotgun real quick.
Let's do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it, Graham. Come on.
For the boy.
We're gonna do it over the sink.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Just don't get on the computer. I'll still get this. But that's a nice kitchen right there. Look at Chelsea. It's that Nashville apartment.
No.
For the boy.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
There it is.
And perfect. And that's the most popular tweet ever. I love that. That's awesome. So again, thank you guys for everything. I'll be posting this soon. And
Thanks for having us.
Hey, can I give one shout out?
yeah, definitely, bro. Whatever you want.
Shout out Hang 10.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't follow them, follow them. Ryan does amazing t-shirt work, and he's got a MATTNEELY shirt coming out in July that's phenomenal, and it has that tweet on it, and it's perfect.
And he has a cool Eddie George shirt too.
He has all great Titans content. If you don't follow the guy, follow him.
He's
amazing.
good people.
He's
Right.
great.
There we go. Perfect. And especially we'll have enough people watching this video that will get out there. So definitely. So again, thank you guys so much for everything.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.